Wonderful. Has everyone rolled for today? Rolled their objectives?
Indeed.
I'm only seeing. Well, there is only 4 of you this time.
Yeah.
When last we left off, our good agents had hauled Inquisitor Osiris to the cells below St. Vardis Ecclesiastical and interrogated her, determining that perhaps by working with Sister Fabian, she may be able to produce a cure for the mysterious illness worming its way through Galahad Station. The acolyte, known as Bartholomew, was also imprisoned, and as you were walking past Odysseus, he warned you that no matter what, the station must keep running. Zephaniah performed a great deal of many tricksy things, including but not limited to determining the health of the Baron and travelling to the Lady Catherine Wheel shipyard and dock, where he found 2 merchant ships which had their lunch privileges revoked. Picking the fancier, you had a little conversation with both the Catherine, who called himself Arthur, and to Lady Catherine Wheel herself, convincing her that the order to prevent the ships from leaving was in fact an administrative error. Due to this, the Armani is now preparing to make leave of the station, and Captain Arthur is perfectly willing to let you and whoever your friends are along for the ride, though it will be incredibly cramped and camp probably, as this is a merchant vessel.
That won't be a problem.
Wonderful. What else do we have? We also had Kryza using her Vox connections to worm your way into a conversation with Tabled 9/4, who informed her that the previous time that the RBTs were on the station, they left the Adeptus Mechanicus pustule, their bubble, alone. So you have determined that you may be able to find some help there. Yes.
Quite so.
Wonderful. So let me just change this. There we go. That's better. So, for a brief moment, we wander the station. We see that there are a larger number of sick people now. This is not just 1 in 10 anymore. The infection is growing. People stumble through the streets, hacking and coughing up blood. There are lesions upon people's faces. Those still sweating in the manufactorums do it with a decreased vigour, only spurred on by their taskmasters whipping them with ever-increasing vigour with their cyber whips. St. Vardis Ecclesiastical is packed full of the ill and the dying. And we see in the far corner, deep, deep down below, Sister Fabienne is working with a chained up Osiris and a vast array of alembics, computational devices, and chemistry reagents, attempting to produce a cure for this illness. It is now 3 days until the arrival. What would you like to do?
Would anyone like to go first?
I like to get the boys back together.
Mm-hmm. The boys can...
Coalesce the guard company as best I can,
Okay.
and we're going to hold down the pub.
You're going to hold down... Okay. So you're going to attempt to hold down the Knacker's yard, yes?
Yes, needs protection these trying times.
Okay. I'm going to need a successful command check, please.
Okay. I'd like.
You may be. That is one of the symptoms.
Come on. It's not a skill, is it?
Command is not a skill. Leadership.
Leadership, sorry. It was a skill in Warhammer 40k Dark Heresy.
But you
leadership.
keep complaining about that system, Nathan. That's
Shut-
why I'm using it.
Shut the fuck up. No successes. It takes you a good amount of time to gather your people together, and when you do that, they are scared. There have been whispers about what's coming to the station. They weren't here last time, but they heard what happened. They know why there's such a reduced number of people on the station now versus 5 years ago. And so they are worried. And if you're going to want to convince them to hole up in a place like that, you're going to have to give them something more than.
Oh no, we're not. No, accent. We're not staying here when the duties arrive. No, we're just holding it down until the a few hours when they arrive, and then we take our supplies and we hide in the. Just have to stay up here to get supplies. And I hear the best place to hold out in case this all kicks off. And I like point to like the dead and the dying. It's only a matter of time before the looting starts.
Why don't we start looting?
It's too early. We can't loot first. We can only loot second.
You
But
could
we
go.
can kill the people who started looting and then take their loot. It's much better. The Emperor prefers that.
A commissar said that he who acts is good.
Exactly, and we're acting in the good by killing.
No, axe, and he holds up the axe that he has.
Yes, your axe is very good. Yes, it's excellent. Look at how nice it is. Remember, kill the looters and then reclaim their loot for the Imperium.
Okay. So what I'm going to give you with that lovely RP is you've got Augie on your side.
That's fine.
But with a leadership test of that caliber, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to get most of your abhuman company to help
right.
you.
That's alright.
I'll give you an Ogren.
That's alright. It's all I need. Does he have his grenade launcher?
I'm gonna say
Well,
that he's. I don't know if he'll have his grenade launcher.
Keep in mind, Nathan. Paul does have his orbital bombardment talent.
Do you have the orbital bombardment talent?
Let's see.
If you have the orbital
I do know.
then that is what for now. That is what we are going to say. The orbital bombardment is. It is his grenade launcher. You can use that once. Yeah, you can use that once a session for now until it is thematically appropriate to have it changed.
That's fair. I'll take that.
Wonderful. Fuck me. When you have reasons for everything, you just have that in your back pocket. That's fine. So yeah, you can have the Ogren.
Space Marine, of course I have an orbital bombardment.
That's a good point. You never know when you might need that for a Space Marine. You don't know when the fuck they're gonna go Horus.
Exactly.
A Horus walks into a bar. No, not a horse. A Horus.
I'm always loyal. My voice never goes hoarse.
So,
no such sauce product.
as you attempt to gain entry to the Knacker's Yard, you see that there are, especially in this section, a bunch of fucking people that are attempting to get in. There is a smashed window. You see one of the sick trying to crawl up and over the rest and into this window, and there is a loud gunshot, and that sick guy just fucking falls backwards into the crowd of people who barely even notice. They are completely out of their minds with fatigue and fever. He just falls back with a quite large hole in his chest. And you just hear from the side, "Get out of here! We're closed!" Boomf! Closed!
Okay, would you like to clear the garden for us, please?
Are you going to use your orbital bombardment on these civilians?
And I just want him to like start throwing people out of the fucking way.
Okay. I will make a roll for him.
Athletics?
Yeah. Go for athletics. Add a couple of dice to it. Oh, fuck. Okay.
It's fine. That's
Holy
sixes.
fuck, that's all the sixes!
Oh, a good point.
Fuck me.
It's
Jesus Christ!
Imagine he throws a few people, everybody turns around and sees the ogre begin to like become the muscles for the door, and everybody just like leaves.
He just go. They start. They're like banging on the door and stuff, and then you just hear choo choo, and you see him running like this, fully down, massive shoulders. He's got like tires on his fucking shoulders, like a fucking super mutant, and he just bunches into them and starts he starts driving them forwards and squishing them up against the side of the bar, which I'm pretty sure is going to majorly injure some of the women and children, and but the rest of them quickly learn their lesson after he performs this action, and they all begin to get out of the way of this hulking monstrosity.
Walk up to the door and knock on it.
We're closed!
I've still my fucking room. Let me in. And you want a bodyguard that's an ogre? No, not.
Okay. That, my friend, you can either use a cunning or you can use a persuasion.
Let's go cunning. Yeah.
Would you like to use a resolve for that?
Round's right.
Yeah, I'll use a wrath.
Yeah, sorry, Wrath. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, ready. So that is going to be
Another good bullet point.
another good puppet. A small metallic shutter opens in the door for a brief second, and you see him, and he just goes. And he like looks behind you. He sees the ogre, and he goes, "Get in, quick!"
He's cleaning everybody out. Don't worry too much.
It's fucking the whole place. Okay.
Come on.
And you just see him he grabs one guy's face and just pushes him away and just stumbles in after you guys.
Perfect.
Right. I don't know what the hell's been going on recently, but why is this because of the ship that's coming in? Like last time.
That and the infection that's devouring the city right now. So that too.
Well, yeah, but like we get plagues every once in a while. It's never this bad.
Well, what happens when you have the plague and the RBTs come?
Oh. Okay.
Don't get the plague.
Okay, I'm shutting up shop. It's
alright.
I got a shipment of Amasek in. There's still some merchant ships on a dock. I'm gonna get off this. I'm gonna get off that, and you see him just start packing up bottles of Amasek behind the bar and just putting them behind the bar. And
You do know that when the RBTs come, they lock down the station completely. Nobody can leave, not even the ships.
okay.
Do you know what is best to do when the RBTs come?
What?
Give them some of that and don't get sick. And I point at the Amasek.
Oh. Okay, I can do that. I only eat.
They're going to have to do a lot of cleaning, and they're going to need some rations to help them with it. And you happen to be in a fortuitous position to have both room and board and said provision. As long as you can keep your nerve, that is.
Yeah, I can do.
Really? I should be the one that's fucking scared.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of which, Crazy, you've been an excellent customer except for like those times. Is there something I could do for you really quickly?
I'm
Or
not here for another 3 days, so you can just calm yourself down.
yeah, but you don't. Okay. I'll give
It
you.
seems a bit harsh.
I'll give you 2 days. You
Oh,
keep. I'll give you 2 days for free. You keep those You keep those guys outside, out of here.
You'll have to feed Ugly Amasek if you want that, but yeah, you can do it.
That thing can drink.
Oh, he loves drink.
Oh, you good guy.
It makes him even better at smashing heads.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I'm sure he says his prayers to the Emperor.
okay. I will do that.
Ugly. You'll be alright now.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything?
Sorry, Jerry, but I can't do it. Okay, I can't do it.
Is there anything else you would like to perform
No, I'm
with?
happy, I'm happy.
You're happy enough. You're stowing down here for a couple of days already.
Well, yeah, at least I'm storing Ugly here.
For a little while. Okay. Who's next? I really like in all of my campaigns, no one does anything with anyone else.
I was about to, but you told me to stop.
No, fuck you. What do you want to do?
I'm
You
gonna
do-
watch the Space Marine.
Okay, you're voicing the Space Marine.
Ahoy, hoy.
No.
Danger.
Guardsman. I wonder if you were alive or not.
Yeah, what now? You said you had some way of, something to do.
I do. There was a tech priest on board the ship with the RBTs coming in by the name of a Beta Council. What I'm going to do is make contact with the Field Marshal, make him aware that I am rendezvousing with said tech priest. And any Carter that I'm bringing along with me, I'll be given amnesty on his ship. That's the plan.
Oh, so you're leaving? Okay.
That was the plan.
I thought you had something else planned, in building, shooting people, and getting into a fight. But if you're leaving, then that's fine. That's okay.
No, my business on the station is done. I've gotten all I need.
Understood. Well,
Are you planning on leaving yourself?
I can't leave. I can't leave my boys. Not happening.
We'll see what happens. But,
What?
where are you held up?
The knackers yet. Me and Ugly are currently holding it down, keeping it civilized.
Oh, understood. The Inquisitor is working with Fabienne in order to try and make a cure, but so far the progress has been abysmal, to say the least. So,
No. I'm sure the sister will come up with something.
well, here's hoping. Otherwise, we'll save no one on the station, and everyone else will die. And that's not the optimal solution for anyone.
Well, you did say you were done with the station and leaving, so why would you care?
I care because if we can spare one life, then we should.
That's fair.
But we'll see what happens. Do you know what the story is with Glaive and the Noble?
Oh, give me 1 second. I got the box connection.
Yeah.
My box.
God's been hanging up on me.
Who are you voxing, sorry?
I'm voxing Cassie.
Boom, boom, boom.
Zephaniah.
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom.
Darling.
Boom.
Zeph. How are you?
Yes. I'm rather well. I have a potential matter of body disposal. How about yourself?
Oh, not too bad, holding down the knacker's yard with what's left of the Amasek and Ogre, so we're doing okay.
Oh, lovely. Sounds like a joyous occasion.
Yeah, or perhaps not joyous for the postured wretches outside, but Ogre's having a good time.
Oh, well, as long as that matters. Anyway, what can I do you for? You called me?
Oh, the Angel was just wondering what you and the assassin were getting up to.
Oh, well, funny you should mention that. I just stumbled into Glaive, actually. Interesting chap. Too many teeth.
People who stumble into the grave tend to die, so it's...
And yet here I am.
True.
I think he was just seeing if there was any conflicting of loyalty, or I was just checking in on our good friend the Baron, and I don't need to tell you this. The man's coughing up his lungs. So,
He's not dead yet. Ooh, interesting.
not dead yet. So, potentially there is someone we can blame on all this debacle. But besides that,
I mean,
if
what you mean? If he's dead, we can't blame him.
they
That
can
never
always do
stopped
that,
us.
but you know how they say in the Adeptus Arbites, habeas the fucking corpus.
What? I don't speak High Gothic.
No, neither do I. The point is,
What?
it's a matter of. But apparently, yes. What's the status on that Inquisitor, by the way? The one I educated.
Oh, the one without an arm.
Yeah.
Apparently, she's working with the sisters to fabricate a cure for this plague, but it doesn't seem like it's going very well. So the Arbites will probably purge everybody well before that works.
Very true. If we
We
could
should
get
really
to
kill
her.
that Inquisitor.
Well, I was going to say we'd be able to give her a nice little send off either way.
What, into the void? Yes, that sounds very good.
It also might be a good way to see how attentive the Arbites are in unlicensed travel. But we'll reconvene over a lovely little glass of something fancy, and we'll decide a game plan, as it were.
That'll do. That'll do.
Yes.
Well,
In the meantime, yes, our assassin friend seems to have gallivanted off somewhat, but besides that, he seemed just to be rather curious more than anything else. He's a damn fine operative. I hope he finds what he seeks. But it'd be a shame if we left him behind.
Well, that's true. I mean, who knows?
Hey ho, New Horizons and all that. The stars, the brightest stars, the one you can't get to. But nevertheless, we shall reconvene. So you're at the Knuckles Yard, you say? I'm only a stone's throw away.
Excellent, excellent. I'll see you soon then.
I'll see you there. Pull up a pew.
I will do.
Tatty bye.
Cut it off. Box the angel again.
Moshi?
Angel!
No, no.
Yes, Gosman?
Odysseus
I don't
death.
know. I'm going to meet Zeph soon. He's come to the Knacker's yard. He's been doing some reconnaissance. Turns out the Baron's in a bad way. Coughing up blood. Zeph probably stabbed him.
Huh.
Maybe he didn't. But it doesn't seem like he's in a good way. The assassin has gone off somewhere. Not sure.
Fair. Well, yeah,
Really about it.
if the Baron is dying, that saves us, well, it saves me a bit of trouble of taking him out.
You're going to kill the Baron?
Oh, for incompetence. Yes, absolutely. But if he's dying, that solves that problem itself.
That doesn't he mean he doesn't face punishment then if he dies before? I've
Right,
seen
actually.
Kamasa shoot dead men just to prove a point.
Right, actually. Death is
But anyway,
tricky.
that's
Death is-
you're
yeah.
the angel here, so
No, you just got me thinking. Death might be too good for him. Good point. I was also going to go to the astropathic relay, contact the get the astropath to send out a message to my chapter.
that's not
You-
a whole lot trouble, I'll be honest.
Yes, it is. A few of them might kill themselves in the process. Who knows? It's astropaths.
Don't they always kill themselves when they send messages? I thought that was a given.
50-50 chance half the time, really.
Oh.
I just wanted to say, is there anyone you wanted me to contact for you? Any family you had back home? Send a message.
I don't even know where my home is anymore. Like I couldn't point it out to you in the sky. It's fucking God knows where. Halfway across the galaxy, probably.
That's when you depress me.
Well, life of the guard. What do you mean? Send
Indeed.
where you're needed.
Indeed. Well, I'm going to be contacting them and sorting out some affairs.
Anybody
like-
I'd want to contact this tier with me, so.
Fair point. Fair point. Well, I should be making my way to the Knackers Yard. unlikely either of Swordhouse will be joining me, so talk to you soon. Be safe.
Rightio. Yes, Augury will keep the laugh up, I'm sure.
Just hear awkward screaming in the background just before you cut off.
From him crying, like,
I'm a shit!
yeah.
Yubba dub dub, thanks for the grub, Emperor.
Thank you for the good emperor!
Our Father who art in heaven, may I get drunk by 11:15.
Yeah. Yeah. You hear that as the Vox signal cuts off.
Sister Evangeline, what are you up to, my friend?
I am coordinating setting up field hospitals around the city
Wonderful.
at this current moment in time.
Well then, if that's going to be the case, I'm going to need a leadership check, please.
I'm gonna use a wrath to
Are you sure?
yes.
Okay. Let's turn this off. Fuck that. I fucking hate dark mode. I want to be able to see with eyes unclean.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, so that's a
3 successes and a complication.
Smile. That damn smile.
You succeed,
what?
but in one of the great many corridors of this once maybe grand station, you're coordinating the construction of field hospitals from old tarpaulin, rusted pipes, and the few medical supplies you can muster. One of several that are now being watched over by Chirrigans and Sisters Hospitaller that you can spare from St. Vardus Ecclesiastical. And it is one of these that you see a large group of people meandering down the street. Many of them with quite grievous wounds. All just walking, some stumbling, some nearly falling over, almost like they're half drunk, dazed, confused, feverish. Every once in a while you see one of them strip down, put their hands into the water, which is slowly rotting away their feet from trench foot, and just take a large gulp from it. The first one notices you. A small beacon of hope in this otherwise fetid world. Then his small little cry of adulation makes another notice, and another, and another, and another, until in a short amount of time the field hospital which you are beginning to have set up is becoming overrun with the poor, the broken, the sickly, and the destitute. What would you like to do?
I shout at the sisters to say, "For a barricade!"
Okay, I would like another leadership, please.
Sister higher skill.
You've got a lot of leadership dice. That's more fucking like it.
Letter. Nice.
And a good boy point.
Yes.
That is a good boy
Or-
point.
You can use it to make them go faster.
That's an automatic good boy point that you get because you rolled a. But you can. So that's 1, 2, 3. Would you like to spend a good boy point in order to make them go faster?
Guys, would that be okay?
Yeah. Go
Oh,
on.
sorry. No, you're not spending a good boy point. Sorry, you're spending one of the rolls of your sixes.
Oh, yes.
You're spending an icon. You're shifting an icon. Sorry.
Yes, shifting icon.
Your sisters snap to attention, quite used to dealing with mobs such as this. They quickly utilize their enhanced strength from their armor to shove back the mob, keeping a tidy barrier between them and the small field hospital, which is still being constructed by the Chirrigans. One of the vetted reaches his hand past the sisters, clawing towards it, and just cries, "Please! Please, I'm thirsty, please!" Before half collapsing onto this outstretched arm of the sister, which is holding him back. But in time, the field hospital is produced, and the sisters are able to readily begin sorting these this vast array of injured and sickly. And I have a question for Odysseus and Zephaniah. Are you making your presence known as you're attempting to enter the Knacker's yard? Or are you attempting to disguise it?
Well,
Go ahead, Joe.
I'd rather as hard as it may be to be inconspicuous while wearing very fine clothes and a powdered wig, I would prefer to make it undercover, as it were.
Because I will say, as you are both going to be attempting to enter the Knacker's yard, you are going to spot this, at least the tail ends of this confrontation of Sister Evangeline attempting to remove these or sort these cretins, because the individuals that she is sorting look like they have been readily beaten by some kind of large ogre in the recent past.
Well, I'll be just like the old times, I guess. A better them than me. Is that a first time I've seen someone's crutch used against them? No.
As they're walking past, I just went round and you hear me yelling, "You! What in the Emperor's name are you doing? They don't go there! Put them over there!"
If it's anything like the old Mercator ships, as I've heard, well, these people be at least 50 thrones.
Okay, that's, you know what? That's okay. That'll do. I'll give you a wrath for that, you fuck.
Oh no, I hope I don't have to become Superman too. Thank you very much. I'm also using the new thing I bought, which is Hive Explorer.
Oh, what does Hive Explorer do?
It means I get to add basically my reputations. What's my reputation?
Is it rank?
Yeah, that's it, yeah. So my rank bonus for any stealth or survival check.
Oh.
Okay.
So that's
plus 2 dice. Plus 2 dice, yeah. Nice one.
So I'm gonna stealth my way in and with an extra 2 dice.
Okay, go for it.
Rightio.
Wonderful.
No.
Wonderful.
I'm not finished yet.
Excellent.
7, 8 dice. Jesus. Just 8 dice, unfortunately. That's a shame. So you fucking just sneak in past, but you do see the sight of Evangeline. And I'd say, based on your leadership role, by the way, I'm going to say that you successfully managed to get, how many hospitals is that? 1, 2, 3 hospitals built in this time. And they are at least giving aid to people, if not actually being able to treat them. Just a little hint for there. And Odysseus.
I'd 100% be just like walking up, hood down, and into the Knacker's yard. Visibly done well after I do my other stuff with the astropaths.
Okay. Oh yeah, you've got your astropaths and stuff first.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we leave the scene with the lines of people getting alms, we'll go to Odysseus. So, up the command structure you're going.
Yes. Okay, I would like to make a quick stop before the astropaths. See if I can find the main Vox tower.
That would also be in the command structure.
Perfect.
It is centralized.
Glorious. I will go there.
All communications and command orientation is centralized into the central pillar, essentially, in this
Sure.
quarter. So yeah,
Okay.
you fucking barge your way in there because you're a space marine, and
I would
people.
love when anyone tried to stop me. I would
Ex-
love
exa-
to just to justify stopping me.
Exactly. So you are able to get your way into the central Vox command.
Do I see a bunch of menials?
There are a large number of small menials who are all crouched over comm desks, interpreting Vox signals from all over the station.
Perfect.
So this is essentially like the fucking, not the Deep. Who's the guy? Who's the guy in black from Noir? This is Black Noir going up behind that girl on the computer.
Ah, yes.
Like you lean over and there's just a small guy.
Yep. Who here can get me contact to the BT's vessel that is on approach?
We could try hailing, my lord.
Please do so.
He just boop. And he presses a button, and there's a large amount of static.
Just
And-
Scout's voice going, fuck!
And you hear the do excuse me while I'm fucking loading. Man, I've got too many fucking tabs. Here we are. You hear a small voice coming through, staticky from the vast distance of void between these two points. This is the Daily Imperium. To whom are we speaking?
Menial, can you clean up the signal?
I can attempt it, my lord. And it's. This is the Dollar Imperium. To who are we speaking?
This is Scout Brother Odysseus of the Forge 6th Company of the Blood Ravens chapter of Space Marines. To who am I speaking? Name yourself, Menial.
Please enter Imperial transmission codes. That I was you would. This is essentially your identification codes to make sure that they know that you're actually a space marine and not just a guy that's just like, hey, I'm a space marine.
Fair. Okay, I was gonna ask, like, are those localized or would I have my own? If I'd have my own.
I imagine you would have your own that are like identifiable across Imperial channels, so you can just fucking boop 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 boop.
That's cool. Yep.
A small wait again,
Goes in.
and you go. You just hear codes recognized. This is Tertiary Adjunct Threk of the Vox Master General.
Adjunct Threk, I wish to speak to Marshal Rodva. Can you please make him aware of my presence?
Please hold, my lord. And you get a hold. Just
Yep.
static.
I'll just stand in the middle of the fucking chamber, surrounded by menials.
Every once in a while, you just see one of them glance over you. One of them spills his fucking thing of recaf. It clatters against the floor, and he freezes in his fucking chair. I'm like, and just
Well, can't work in a dirty workspace.
he stands up. The chair bolted to the ground falls away, and he gets up and fucking goes to get a cloth. Eventually,
I don't know why you're all so nervous. You seem to be safe in here. Like not getting through the door.
I love the casual nature of it. I don't know why you guys are scared. I'm the scariest thing in this room. Eventually. No, just to clarify, what did you address yourself as?
Scout Brother Odysseus of the Reforged 6th Company of the Blood Ravens chapter of Space Marines.
Good tidings, Scout brother. This is Marshal
Rodva?
Emmanuel Rodva of the Adeptus Arbitis.
It's nice to finally hear your voice, Marshal. I've heard much about you. Your reputation precedes you.
As does your chapter. How can I help you on this day?
Marshal, I just wish to clarify some things with you as to your mission for the station. I am not going to insist that you halt it. Moreover, that I, as a current inhabitant of said station, wish to be informed of the extent of your operations.
Forgive me, Scout Brother. May I ask as to your inclination towards such inquiries? It would assist me in giving you more information which you require.
You may ask. Yes.
And silence.
For one, I was sent to this station by my chapter to investigate some readings, likes of which I am not going to divulge over these unsecured channels. Needless to say, my journey has led to an end here on the station, and I'm going to be going deeper into the sector. But until that point, I am stuck here. So, I wish to know, first and foremost, that I will not be hindered in said expedition.
Well, I am very... it darkens my heart to hear about your circumstances. We were journeying through this system in order to gain access to the fractus subsector when we were belayed by an emergency transmission, which has required us to make dock at this station. We shall therefore be doing so and attempting to ascertain the nature of this emergency transmission.
Can I roll insight on that? 'Cause that sounds like bullshit.
Yes, you can.
Guys, do you mind if I use a good boy point or two?
Go for it.
By all means.
Thank you. Insight 2. Double sixes. So
Fucking hell.
Five icons. So that's it. That's 2. Thank you very much, Moses.
He's not lying.
Is he obfuscating the truth in any way?
He's not giving you all the information you require at this current moment.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Figured as much. Marshal, might I ask, what exactly was part of the signal that you received?
It was an inquisitorial distress call.
Inquisitor. Could you please present the identification of said Inquisitor, as I am aware of several of their operations on this station, and their loyalty is in question. And as such, if you are coming here to aid them, I will question your own, depending on who you received it from.
I'm going to need a fucking persuasion, please. Because
Yeah.
you're just like, I will kill every single man and woman on your fucking ship if you give me the wrong answer right now, buddy.
Oh, do I want to use the wrath for that? Yeah, I do. Yeah,
I think that's pretty fucking good. Yeah, do it.
Yeah, that's one you probably want to succeed, yeah.
Yeah, 3 icons.
A dice. A die, rather. Extermination.
Yeah, 3 icons, and we're back up to 2 good boy points.
I do also notice you've got a wrath die there.
Nope.
You don't for that
No.
persuasion?
I re-rolled it, Nathan, so the 6,
Oh, you re-rolled it, okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So that is 1, 2, 3 total.
Yeah, and we're up to 2 good boy points, I believe.
You can almost hear him make a polite smile.
Oh. You can hear the smugness across the.
It is unusual for Astartes to trouble themselves with the general law of the Imperium, but perhaps we could help each other in these regards. I have received requests from an inquisitor known as Osiros. She says there is trouble on this station. I take it you have been there for some time? Would you know anything of it?
I have indeed. I ask, the Inquisitor didn't divulge any more information regarding said rebels.
She said that there was some, shall we say, fugitives of the law, which she would require aid in apprehending.
Mm-hmm.
She quoted old laws, and I was persuaded.
Yes, as the Inquisition is wont to do. I would say, Marshal, that the loyalty of Inquisitor Cyrus is under review, personally. And normally you are correct. The Astartes would not take much interest in the habit going on as the Imperium. However, this Inquisitor has personally led me on a goose chase, so to speak.
I am terribly sorry that you've been inconvenienced, Astartes.
I would keep this in mind, Marshal, that the bickering of this Inquisitor and said fugitives has led to the outbreak of a plague upon this station.
A plague?
Indeed.
Of what sort?
That is currently being examined.
Would it be of
Right
danger
now-
to my men if they were to board?
Only under the condition that you do not eat the meat that is being processed. on
I
the
see.
station. If you have rations, you should be fine. I would ask, however, two requests of a personal note. St. Francis Ecclesiastical. They're currently working on getting several field hospitaliers operational, and everyone there is of pure heart. Please keep that in mind when you perform your operations here. And second of all, I have made contact with the tech priest aboard your ship by the name of Beta Iconosaur. Do you know of them?
Ah, yes, my guest.
Mhm.
See,
Said tech priest has requested my presence for a exploratory mission deeper into the subsector. And as my chapter is known for doing so, cooperating with the Canicus on said missions, I would ask if you would mind if I boarded your ship when you leave this station to continue said mission with the tech. Would you have any objections to this, Marshal?
the friendship and company of Astartes has always greatly pleased me. Scott Bella. I will say that if the... I will say that...
title like that. You could do. Everyone in this fucking room just felt the cringe on Odysseus' face in that moment.
I will say that if the purity of the Inquisitor is of ill intention, do not be worried. A judge is on its way.
Excellent. Because right
And
now,
I would also warn. Actually, can you give me a persuasion again, please?
I won't. I'm not ever. 4 icons.
Fuck me. Okay.
Yeah.
I will take your warning about St. Vardas Ecclesiastical in mind, but my investigation will take me all over the station.
Understood. And I mean not to interfere with said investigation. Only a personal request.
You are most kind. Ave Impurita.
Ave Imperator.
And he hangs up.
Right. Thank you, gentlemen. Now, which one of you can appoint me to the Astropath relay?
If a guy stutters and fucking points upwards.
Thank you. Turn. Leave.
Wonderful.
Nathan, it's not gonna take
Yes,
long.
sir.
I literally just want to send a message to my chapter
Mhm.
and to say I found fuck all this station, but I found a tech priest that's gonna help me find shit further into the subsector. If someone wants to join me into the Fract subsector to continue said exploratory mission, they're welcome to do so. However, I am happy to continue on incognito.
I'm going to need an influence check for this. The higher influence you gain, the more astropaths are going to be dedicating to the goal, and the faster your message is going to get there, and the more clear your message is going to be.
That's absolutely fair. Influence.
Mhm.
Oh no, fuck that. Use my second wrath to reroll those 3d6. Ah, fuck. So that's 3 icons and a complication.
Just as planned.
I mean, it's Astropath State, and this could be fucking anything. So
Oh yes, it could. They humbly say that they will take on your message and they will transfer it quickly, and with due haste, to your travelling fleet.
thank you. As you were. So it goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And with that, I leave. Head to the Knacker's Yard.
Wonderful.
Thank you. Good.
So everyone is now in the Knacker's Yard with the exception of Sister Evangeline. Sister Evangeline, you'd almost certainly have probably either seen the Ogren, who is probably stumbling and like walking past windows and stuff and yelling cries his name every once in a while. If you'd like to join everybody else, but if you have other plans, please feel free to mention them.
I storm over
Oh yes, here we go.
and going, "What the hell are you doing? Don't you realize there's a plague and the Ogren is just making my job harder?"
What is Ogre doing wrong? He's just keeping the people in line.
Oh yeah,
Right, Ogre. I'll get that.
Ajax.
Yes,
I-
I'm thing at the field hospitals and taking up beds that could be used for the sick.
I didn't do that anyway. He's only hitting the sick ones.
He who acts first, Evie, and he hits someone with the flat side of the fucking head of the axe.
Hey, a commissar told him that. How can he be wrong?
Perhaps he could perhaps try keeping the damage to bruises rather than gashes and broken bones.
I think, Ogre, can you do that? Can you just a little bit less hard?
Oh, and he takes off his knuckle dusters.
Thank you, Ogre.
His
I
knuckle.
don't know why you're worrying, sister. In 12 hours, this place is going to be aflame, probably because of the rioting. So I wouldn't
Besides-
worry.
Didn't I see Zephaniah and Odysseus headed this way?
Oh, Odysseus, I think he's
I don't know,
having a
did you?
drink. I don't know. I don't know if angels drink. I don't know if I should know.
They drink.
I don't know if I should know that.
Yeah. So everybody now reclaimed in the Knacker's Yard. Got some pet talk. We
I'll
got some.
just invite myself since I wasn't invited.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Sorry, okay,
Last time.
fine.
I'm not going to invite me, sorry.
Honey,
Yes, dear.
she ate my hair.
Come here, baby.
Jesus Christ.
There we go. There we go.
Oh boys, you ready? You ready for some fucking ASMR where it's just vibrations into the fucking
You
microphone?
ready for some shrimping?
Christ.
Anyway, now that we're all here, Ogre, can you hold the door down? Still stand up beside it and slap anybody who gets too close.
Hookie.
Thank you, Ogre.
Boo boo.
Godsman, how did you actually maintain the loyalty of that thing?
What do you mean? Ogre is one of the most loyal servants, probably the most loyal servant I've ever met.
I'm just picturing looks over and just watch him just
Gory
civilians.
for the good emperor.
There's not one person I've met who has got more faith in the Emperor than Ogre. I've watched him charge machine gun battles just because the commissar told him the Emperor would be proud of him.
I mean, loyalty to the guard. All your resources.
Ogre's a good lad.
Glad. How old is he?
I don't know. How old did the Ogrins get?
I have no idea. Fair enough.
I don't think he knows.
Point out, he just goes this many, and he holds up a finger.
Is he?
Yes, point taken.
Anyway,
Did you hear that, sister? None more faithful in the Emperor than Uncle the Ogre.
Yeah, while you've been saying all of that, like, Sister Evangeline has just been, her eyes have been getting darker and darker, more slitted.
None
that's
more
how-
loyal.
Oh god, she's turning to chaos.
Again.
Not again!
Auguries is a pure faith, untested by any sort of
Questions.
intellect to test it.
Questions of higher morality. Yes.
They
No
just
need.
can't think about anything else.
Because it is the mind too small to doubt.
Anyway,
It's a
How
business.
feel just hospitals going, sister? Augury, no awful dusters, please no.
The
We're
bump.
being bombarded quite well. We've got
That's
3
good.
up so far.
That's good. The marshal was. Oh, I had contact with him. He was aware that there was trouble in the station, and I've asked him to possibly spare St. Varsus, as there is none but the loyal and the faithful there. But
Isn't that what the Inquisitor is?
well,
Poisoned
I'm
us all?
I'm expecting to take her out of it by the time they get here.
Would she poison us all? I thought that was the other one.
No, it was the other one. I'm planning on taking both of them out and just handing them to the arbitrators and letting them decide. Apparently, they actually have a judge on the way specifically for this. So, I'm letting them
How that
decide it.
works? Okay, that's good.
I don't know either. I don't deal with arbitration business.
And that's if there's a rock left for them to arbitrate.
Well, that'll pick out the window. How close
Just-
to riding does it look like, Nathan?
The field hospitals seem to be keeping it more low key than you were expecting at the moment. Like people are more calm with a sense of law and order being exhibited by these hospitals. So like, oh yeah, people are looking after us. This is good.
The hospital system seemed to be stemming the circus that could take off at any moment.
You almost sound disappointed.
Well,
Well,
who doesn't like a good ride now and again?
I concur.
It does produce very fine aspirants, I will say.
There's,
Yes, it's excellent for
there's something joyous to
population
get
growth control.
Oh, is that what they call it? I just call it they don't shoot back.
Guardsman, I don't think you're allowed to say that. Guardsman.
It's what we call in the spires maced.
I call it more starch for the grinder. What do you want?
Well, considering the starch from the grinder is exactly what's causing the problem, I don't know if that's a good
Is
thing
it?
at all.
Listen. A bit of protein reclamation never hurt anybody, right? It's just a matter of This is an administrative error. Well,
Okay.
and we can make people believe that, we can get off scot-free. Whether a Scot is.
Aren't they
We can get off scot-free.
scot-free.
I heard they were a very aggressive and pale-skinned abhuman divergence, killed off several millennia ago. I am not sure why.
No, Augury's still there.
No, these ones were stout. Not as stout as a squat, but stout enough.
Okay.
Oh, the great fun. Great fun. Don't worry, you might meet one up one day. I hate to make you come back.
Nope.
This sounds heretical. Sister?
Yes, indeed.
All I know is they make damn fine guns.
I thought
Impressive
they're
weapons, you
Mechanicus were
say.
sacrificed
And a
to the
great and
power.
intelligent company.
Indeed, fantastic. Well, the Mechanicus seem to leave it alone for the most part, and they are legal abhumans, as far as I've heard. So,
I'm not allowed to use guns not sanctified by tech.
well, they're the tech priests. The weird rules. Who knows?
Anyway,
Do you know how the tech priests work? I don't know how the tech priests work.
what is our plan for
Oh.
our immediate future?
Don't die.
How attached are you to these Inquisitors?
Well, the one that started all this business, not so much. The one who's actively trying to cure it, slightly more so, but only for the fact that I wish to place them in front of an arbitrator judge and have them sorted out. Honestly, Zephaniah, I think you were in the right mind. I don't think they have any chance in curing it, though, so I don't think there's anything to worry about on that front.
Well, if there's anyone you need testing the blockade on,
Did.
Point is, oh bless. Point Point is, I have a cargo ship pretty much ready to leave at any given point.
Hmm.
Are you happy,
Now,
baby?
I don't think it takes a genius to realize that it's probably not going to make warp because I don't think it's possible.
Mhm.
But I suppose it'll really gauge the idea of whether or not these are shoot first arbitrators or investigate arbitrators. But my money's on the first,
Mhm.
especially when one puts into account that, well, they told us not to. Point is, if we need someone disposed of, I say put them on the ship with the rest of those rubes.
Fair.
If you have anything you need taken care of, but first I think it's best we break the Inquisitor's hands and possibly the jaw as well, so they can't find a way to vox them.
Mm. Well, it's not the worst idea.
We can always get on it and hope for the best, but
So,
if I were a betting man, which I probably am, who knows? Yes, I wouldn't put fresh bodies we won't actually get out of this place on a ship like that.
no. I have made a small deal with the Marshal. Because I am going to be making a trip further into the Fractus sub with the Tech Priest on board his ship, he has agreed to allow my Carter along with me. So, Carter is an open invitation.
I
To any
don't
of you
know
who,
what does Cadre mean?
I think it's a fancy old little word for a bunch of folks, I believe.
Just the,
bunch of folks, nice. Yes. To any of you who want to way off this station and wouldn't mind going deeper into the Fractus sub, the offer is there. We'll have both my protection and the Arbites, and the Tech Priest Beta Connoisseur.
What would be you looking for, investigating?
Well, simple enough. My mission goes deeper into the subsector. I've found all I can here, forgotten the signal that my chapter sent me here to find. And the Tech Priest is also looking for it as well.
What exactly is your mission?
Simply put, my chapter relayed from several of our allies within the Mechanicus found some gravimetric readings coming from this subsector. Turns out that it was only being relayed from this station. Trail ends right here. But Beta Connoisseur assures me that not only is it deep into the subsector, but he, she, it, I don't know, will be able to help me locate it. And we will effectively split the spoils between their cult, the Mechanicus, and my chapter. And if any of you wish to join me in that, I'm sure you can benefit from the spoils as well, so to speak. So, what do you think? We've got a few days to think about it. And, like you said, that other ship, Zephaniah, you're not too confident about it?
Well, simply put, there will be no future for us here.
I concur.
And if
This
you do-
place is...
And if your mission serves the Emperor, then I shall be happy to accompany you, so I can continue to serve the Emperor too.
Excellent. Zephaniah, Gosman, if you want a few days to think about it, you have time.
No, the sister makes a good point, and it would be a great honor to die beside an angel. So
Sorry.
better than most deaths in the gap.
There he goes.
is that his flatmate? Let's see what his flatmate looks like. Get a fucking zoom in. Sean, where'd you put the coke, mate? Where's the coke, Sean?
Sean does not have any coke.
Where's your
Yeah.
copy of the Communist Manifesto?
Yeah, where's a copy of the Communist Manifesto, Sean? Tell us more about
Das
how.
Kapital.
Yeah, tell us more about how workers alienated from labour.
Sean only deals in half-chewed eckies.
Oh, I like me a half-chewed eckie. While Sean's away, I'm gonna go get the fucking cat brush to brush the hair off of me.
Fair enough.
1 second. I think this is actually a little good bit for a break if you guys like. If you want to make a cup of tea or whatever.
Yeah, sure thing.
That's
Back in a
You guys
moment.
happy? Lovely. Back in a moment.
Shane. Well, how have you been, Cat?
Not bad. Yourself?
Yeah. Work keeping me busy.
Fair
Tends-
enough.
It's not too bad, but could be worse.
It's better to be busy than have nothing. Believe me.
It's true. It's true. I miss it. You still on long days, are you? Your place?
Hmm.
For
Yeah,
the foreseeable future sort of thing?
So it was.
not really.
No?
It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it's
Your flatmate?
Oh yeah, he was just he hit the company that he is coming here through. He's like playing fucking cricket like professionally. They're covering his gas and electricity bills. So he was just getting my details to actually send it to me. Like the money for it.
Full of flour bits.
So
Yeah, just like a
so it was.
is that another bush flag?
tablespoonful will be fine. Thank you.
There was the girl that was an introverted piece of shit who's impossible to talk to. There was the alcoholic guy who trashed his fucking apartment, and now there's this guy, and he's sound. He's great actually. He's actually easy to talk to. So yeah, and the thing is, he fucking got a girlfriend here when he moved over to Scotland. He's spending most nights here with her. So I got a free apartment most days. So
It's not too bad.
yeah, it's fucking great, man. And the people that brought him over here, the actual company, they covered the gas electricity bills, so neither of us are paying for it.
That's even better.
It's fucking great.
It's even better.
Genuinely, I'd hate to fucking part with him as a roommate, but he's leaving like a week or two before Reese comes over here, so it's like, fuck. So, yeah,
It's only a couple of weeks.
yeah.
You'll survive. You'll survive.
Mine, unfortunately, no. But yeah, did I miss anything?
Yeah, just chatting shite everybody's way.
Right there. I go.
Chatting shite.
Mhm.
All right.
When is Reese going over?
Fuck.
'Cause I don't think Reese knows when Reese is going over.
Yeah, no, he's very vague about it, and it's changing fucking constantly. Like I know he's going back to Northern Ireland. He's going to be spending a few weeks there, and then I think he's going over to England. I think it is maybe
Is
or
he?
somewhere else. I don't know, to visit someone for like another 2 or 3 weeks, and then maybe it's India. I don't know.
He's planning to go to India to visit Amrita for 3 weeks.
That's what it was.
Doesn't look like that will happen.
Oh, why not?
I just don't think he just doesn't think he's going to be able to get
Yeah, fair.
due to visas and stuff like that.
That's fair. Yeah. So, and then he'll be coming back to Northern Ireland, and then he doesn't know how many weeks he's going to be staying over there, and then he's eventually going to be coming over to Scotland. So, I had no fucking idea when he's going to be coming over.
I wouldn't put on it. I wouldn't bank on it being.
Yeah, he could be October. It could be November. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Could be
Isn't
January.
it kind of making things really difficult with kind of sorting out a flat
Yeah.
as well? Because
Like,
if you don't know, like, isn't your
I've
landlord
given-
going to have to fill the flat?
Yeah, I've given my
Below?
landlord like soft dates, like late October or early November, and he's like, "Oh, cool. Let me know when you get more information." I'm just like,
That
Uh-huh.
would be fine until
Yeah.
end of September when he's like,
yeah, pretty much.
so.
So yeah, as soon as Reese knows, I'll hopefully know soon after.
You need to force Reese to set a date and then stick to it, or he'll just keep going sometime.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter to him.
What's
Yeah,
up?
it does matter to me. Oh, we're just talking about when the fuck I can
Yeah.
get Reese
He's
over
not
to
going
next-
about a flat.
Yeah, I'll yeah.
So
Wait, what's
you get
happening?
him pinned down on stuff.
We're just
Go
yeah,
in
we're
Reese
just
for as long as I have.
Oh, you need to get
Yeah.
pinned down on like getting flats and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
You need to get
Like-
him nailed down on a date
like-
that he's going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
like in Scotland because he's very fucking
He is
about it.
incredibly wishy-washy.
Great guy, but fuck me, is
Yeah.
it hard to pin
Just
him down
remember
for
this is
anything.
going on YouTube.
So you need to force him to fucking
Like
dislike the dates.
arms
Just sit,
behind
you
his
need to
back,
sit there
like
and go,
tied
"No,
up.
Reese, I need a date."
Yep,
And
100%.
he goes, "Oh, I'll get you a date tomorrow." Go, okay. And then tomorrow, go, "Right, niece, I need a date today."
Yep. Yeah.
You need to do that until he gives you a date.
You been up to much, Sean?
I'm gonna be resigning from Kemper Jones. Like as soon as Nathan prints out the fucking resignation letter, because neither of us have a working printer, so he has to do it at work.
You're resigning?
Oh no, I'm looking for a job, but it's like yesterday, my boss specifically treated me like a piece of shit, and I'm fucking done. And she made some really fucking disgusting comments towards my other male coworker, and it's not on. And I'm fucking done with it. I'm not going to be shit on anymore. So money's not worth it. So I'm going to be looking for another job. Oh yeah, Nathan, that comic book cafe that's like right outside Paisley Gilmore Street.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Come
not closing
crazy.
down. Literally, I checked last night at like 12 o'clock. I couldn't get to sleep, so I checked their Facebook page 4 hours previously. So at like 9 o'clock, like an hour after you told me they were closing down, they put up a post on their Facebook page being like, "We're staying open under new management."
Oh,
So
it's the reason for that is they were letting too many pedos in to like sit and play chess with underage girls.
going up on YouTube, Nathan.
So that's why they were closing down. But I guess they're staying open now.
You
Hey!
just missed my message yesterday?
Did you message me yesterday?
Yeah, on Discord.
Oh, there it is. I didn't scroll down. Hey,
Yeah,
hi.
that's what I was
Sorry,
kind of
bud.
expecting yesterday.
Sorry, bud. Yeah, no, I was at Nathan's. Was it yesterday, Nathan? Was that yours?
Yes.
Yeah, I was at Nathan's yesterday.
Hmm.
At 7. Yeah, I got to Nathan's at 7. And we were watching movies.
Cool.
So, sorry, bud. So, yeah.
Sean, does your boss have a boss?
No,
she owns the cafe.
she and her husband
Oh.
own the cafe.
Why
Also
didn't you
better than
report
the
her for all
walkout.
the health and safety breaches? Like,
Do it,
you're
do it.
getting burned all the fucking time?
Do
yeah.
it as you quit. Do it as you quit. Shite back if you did any. Also, take a shit in the middle of the fucking place. Take a shit.
Oh
in
yeah,
the-
slicing your hand on glass in a bag that hasn't been disposed of properly.
Yeah, with the bad sharps. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So many scars.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Instead, being forced to carry like hot plates and literally burning your entire palms.
Hands look good now. They've grown accustomed to it. I have seasoned hands of a well-rounded man now, even though the rest of me is not.
I don't know, Sean. You're getting pretty fucking seasoned, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, Sean. You're not getting a good reference out of her, so...
Oh fuck no, no. That's why I'm
Just
using
quit.
that's why I'm
Put your
using Nathan.
resignation and walk out the door.
No, that's why I'm using
Also-
Nathan as my reference.
Just as an FYI,
I'll give you a
at least
reference.
in Scotland, your boss can refuse to provide you a reference, but cannot actually give you a bad reference. They're not allowed to
Oh.
write anything like negative in a reference,
I didn't
but
know
they can refuse to give it.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to give you one.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I was not going to ask for one. Yeah.
Just fucking
no.
throw it at her and walk out then.
Yeah. I literally, I like my handwriting's dog shit. I want it to be actually like professionally done. So I'm getting Nathan to print it out. Would you mind doing that tomorrow, Nathan, when you're at work?
I will attempt to.
If you get a chance, bud. Thank you. Also, the 2 or 3 copies of my CV, if you wouldn't mind.
You got it, buddy.
Uh,
It is. Do you want them laminated?
No, it's fine, bud. Literally, I'm gonna be getting an envelope at one of the like shops around here. It's gonna be sticking in there. Yeah, don't worry about it.
So, do you have a contract for your job?
No.
So, you're required to give a week's notice if you've been in your job for more than a month.
I've been in the job since June last year.
So yeah. So
What requires you to give a week's notice?
the law.
It's
Even if
false.
he doesn't have a contract.
I believe so.
He doesn't have to serve that notice.
No, he does
Like
not.
you can just not show up to your work.
Yeah.
They can't enforce your notice.
No,
No job
no.
can enforce your notice.
No.
MyGolf.Scott.
So
Notice to
I
quit.
wouldn't worry about it.
No, that's moving out of your property.
Yeah, no law can prevent you from quitting your job.
Yeah.
Not yet. No, if we vote for the Tories again.
So
Yeah.
No, you can't just say I'm quitting with immediate effect. Goodbye.
walk in, you throw your resignation on her desk, you tell her I quit with immediate effect. Fuck yourself.
Yeah.
And then you walk out.
Yeah. You can give contract.
It's different if you want a reference or something from,
Mm.
Yeah.
or if you think you might ever go back.
No, fuck no, I'm never going back, no. No, treat me like dog shit, I'm never going back.
Well, it's like, if you worked in a small shop or something, you think, well, do you know what? Someday I might need another job and they might take me on again.
Fair. Yeah, it's fair.
It's always good to leave a good impression in case you ever do need it.
Yeah. I have,
But not with
Man,
this
you should be a fucking shoe-in for Comic Crazy.
What?
Why do you say that?
Because you're a very approachable, welcoming guy who is a big fucking Warhammer guy, big Magic the Gathering guy, knows a crap ton about Dungeons and Dragons and all those other two things, and have over a year's worth of experience at a very high professional fucking upmarket cafe /
I
bakery.
will say, Nathan,
To your point?
it just sounded like that was an extended way of saying wanker.
Yeah,
I'll be quite honest.
Yeah,
but that's your job, so...
that's how you. That's how
Oh
you.
God, you're right.
That's how
what
you-
have to do when you're applying for
that's
a
how
job.
you
have to
sell
make
yourself.
sound like the biggest wanker in the room.
Listen to the corpo. All right.
Not point.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm just realizing. Joe, you're muted. Are you back, bud? Or you've just been muted.
He's away, making tea.
He's making
Fair.
tea.
Probably got caught top chatting his dad.
That's fair. But yeah. Also, I got a bunch of actual comic books, and I do know some things about comic books, so that does help, I think.
Indeed,
So-
they do.
Yeah, I'd like to be front of house. I don't want to be in the kitchen again. I like to be in front of house. That'd be nice. Because I think I'd be able to do some nerd wrangling.
Yeah, I think you'd be a very good
it's-
nerd wrangler.
If it's anything like West End games, there's not really that much cooking and cleaning involved. It's like
How good are you at distracting grognards?
That's a good point.
I think you'd be great at distracting grognards.
You think?
Yeah.
With how so? Well,
You know what a grognard is?
No, I know. Yeah, tell me how I'd be good at it.
So a guy comes up to you and is like, "So you got you Magic Gathering?" And you're like, "Yeah, got Magic
Yeah,
Gathering."
of course. Like, which set are you looking for? Anyone specific one?
I personally don't know anything about Magic the Gathering, so I'm just going to say,
So the newest one. Yeah.
the ancient unborn of the Forsaken, whatever. And you're like, yeah,
Of course. Yeah. Do you want some booster packs? We've got the large collector's pack.
I want all your booster packs.
Well, sorry, I don't know if we can actually give you all of them. But I can give you like 12 at once.
Oh, this is just
But-
like in my animes.
I know, right? Yeah.
See?
Oh, you ever been to a maid cafe? Oh, I hear they're great.
Oh
At this point, I'd probably be slamming the fucking panic button under the table.
yeah, that calls the police, yeah.
Yeah.
Now the real question is, I've never been in Comic Crazy.
I was only there once, like the other day, like coming out.
Did you go in the bathroom?
I've not gone in the bathroom yet.
Okay. I need you to scope it out for me before I go in there. I need you to go in the bathroom, and then I need you to tell me if there's a can of deodorant sitting in there.
Nathan, I will do you one better. If I get employed there, I am going to bring a can of air freshener to that place.
No, I didn't say I did not
No.
say air freshener.
No,
I said
Nathan,
deodorant.
The air was thick with a musk. when I
No,
walked in there.
no, God, no, man.
Yeah.
Thick with musk, you say?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the comic book like game place outside Paisley Gilmore Street. It was a wall of a particular scent when I walked in there.
Oh no.
I could get used to it. I know I could. It's not that bad, but it is really noticeable. Fucking hell, the heat does not help.
Shit.
Man,
Right.
why is
It's
it
close. Okay.
every, and I mean every single fucking comic book shop or Dungeons and Dragons shop or anything is unapproachable to me now. I
There's
cannot.
one common denominator.
What? I'm more respectable than the lowlifes that go into those fucking stores.
How
I
many
didn't say the
years?
reason. I just said there's one thing that's in common with all these things.
Nathan, how many years did you go to West End Games?
I went to West End Games for about 3 years from their opening till their eventual closing due to COVID.
Yeah. So what's different there, bud? What's changed?
I changed.
How so?
I grew as a
Became
person.
corporate. That's what happened.
I
If you can
grew.
look back at your old self and cringe, it means, yeah, you have grown somewhat.
Yeah, I.
Oh
I'm-
God.
I've only really been in three gaming cafes. One was
Oh,
the
yeah?
Lucky Sparrow in Port Shields, one was Geek Retreat in Glasgow, and the other was West End
Oh,
Games.
Gecko Cheat? No. No,
Absolute
that's.
shithole. Can't
Ooh,
stand
do
it.
tell. What happened?
Went there. Oh, well.
What's the horror story
What's-
there, Kat?
What's your horror story, Kat?
I went in,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because I needed a bit of a retreat from wider Glasgow. You know, thought Geek Retreat, you know, it's nerds and shit. Went in there. The staff were so standoffish, like they couldn't really give a shit about you. It was dank, it was damp, and then as I was sitting there was like this guy and this girl down the way, and he's like total like nerd, like but like a total arrogant nerd
Mhm.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And she's just like sitting there. She was this like little skinny, dark hair kind of emo chick and going like talking about Dungeons and Dragons, and she's asking questions. He's going, "Oh yeah, I know all about this. You know, I'm the shit at all this." And it's like, "Oh, I'd love to join it, but I don't want to cramp your style." And I just thought. That's just it was
Any-
just awful.
Any place that makes us look cool is not a place I want to be in.
Yeah, I felt normal.
Yeah. Any place that
there-
makes me feel fucking like any place that makes me feel like the coolest guy in the room, I don't want to fucking be in.
Now, the Lucky Sparrow was okay. It was
Mhm.
just tiny and it was sparse.
Yeah.
So out of those three, West End Games was the best, despite its horribly uncomfortable chairs.
Oh yeah, those chairs are fucked.
Mhm.
Like fucking lawn chairs. Anyway, speaking of
They
lawn
were worse
chairs,
than lawn chairs.
Augie is beating a man with a lawn chair
Yes.
as you are
No.
having this
Perfect.
conversation.
What's a lawn?
That's
It's
a
a,
good point, actually.
Fucking good point.
Jesus. I can't touch grass if I don't know what grass is.
it's a good. He's got you there.
Oh, fuck.
You know what? You got me there, buddy. You got me there.
I know what grass is. It's that stuff that turns to mud when it gets shelled.
Oh, that's good.
It's the thing that was there's the green stuff before it becomes the brown stuff.
Oh, you mean
Oh,
corpse
okay.
starch? The green stuff that's green before it becomes brown? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
So, okay, but just when I left to go talk to my roommate, I think we were talking about what our plan was.
Yes, you were talking
Um,
about your gravimetric disturbance job.
Yeah, but like for the next few days, while we're like,
Oh.
you know, waiting for all shit to happen. Does anyone have any ideas? Sorry, when I pulled away.
Well, if we're all leaving to assist you in your mission, we best gear up as best we can before we embark on this next leg. So, and to be honest, I look out. If the riots aren't happening yet, then usually they're a quite good time to
Disembark, skedaddle,
to
move to a
Acquire.
more advantageous position.
reacquire the Imperium's lost technology from them, the ignorant masses who have looted them.
Of course. Yes, absolutely.
And if we're going to be going somewhere with an angel involved, it's probably quite deadly.
This is very true.
So, you know,
Yeah.
the rations, ammo packs,
Hmm.
perhaps you know, an extra radio, or make sure everybody's got a comm bead and a tent or something, you know.
It's a good idea. I mean, you wouldn't happen to know, Chrysler, through all of your myriad contacts on the station, where you might find certain, how do I say, valuable artifacts that need to be repossessed from said ignorant masses? You wouldn't be able to find out by any chance, would you?
What do you mean by valuable artifacts? Ignorant masses don't tend to have valuable artifacts unless they've stolen them.
Oh, this.
If you mean like some noble shit, like pots and stuff, then there's plenty of those.
Noble shit like pots and stuff.
Was more
Cut
referring
mugs
to-
with handles.
Kaiser,
Mm-hmm.
think he means, you know,
Big-
repossessing.
Big guns!
Yes.
Do you know of any gangs that might need to be
Liberated
taught any lessons in their final days?
of their armaments.
Any gang that's around here isn't going to have any of those things you have.
Mm.
Most gangs don't even
So-
have what I have. I'm very heavily armored considering, so I wouldn't expect anybody to have, unless some
What
nobles
happened-
have
She's
some
right.
bodyguards or something.
What
They
happened to the container full of stuff?
But las guns and flak armor? I mean, he's got the las cannon out of it. Probably the best bit.
Did we return that to the Baron? Or thereof?
And
We
I don't know.
secured it.
I don't know if it was returned. You know, if you want the las gun, then I can get you a las gun. I think it's not hard.
A few grenades as well.
I'm sure there's plenty of those, but if you want something more exotic, Noble's bodyguards, maybe the Baron's personal guard might have something. You can always pick a fight with the Mechanicus or see if they have anything lying about. Getting stuff out of those is like,
I have always wanted a chainsword.
I can get you a chainsaw, but
Yes.
I can't get you an angel's.
Maybe the Mechanicus might have one spare. I might have a check with him.
I'm not sure if they stock armaments for angels, but perhaps.
Some of my friends in the administration here, the Baron's retinue. Evangeline, if you're wanting some extra munitions, we could get some from the Baron's own armory.
I suppose you could probably carry an invisirator in one hand. You might have one of those.
If he's like
Yeah,
any
that
other
could be a
noble,
plan.
he probably has some kind of collection, but then again, when guarding barons, as one's to know, the household guard do usually have the best toys.
This is true. True.
Could be some hot shots in there. Or plasma, you never know.
True. I don't think they probably have armor as good as yours, but you never know. I guess they might have something.
I think it would be best to try and gather stock where we can while we may have the opportunity. And it sounds like the Baron's stash might be our best option.
We're going to need a couple of bags then, because I'm pretty much carrying all I can right now. So
Name a location. And a place where you want these dropped off. I'll see what I can do. Worst case, I could always find out whereabouts this stuff is if you need to go and knock on some doors, but if we're arming the frontier guard against rioting, plague-ridden recidivists, then why wouldn't they want to mobilize a gun, especially from a friend of theirs? On the word of a friend of their best interest in mind, you know.
I suppose. I don't know. I guess to rot them off. The docks are always big, fucking full of crates and shit moving about. Quite hard to notice things going on down there.
True, it's true.
Also, there's no hospitals near there, so most of the fucking scum would be, all cleared up.
Taking about, yes. How about this? Let me to have a look at Mechanicus, see if I can get a chainsword. And then I'll meet up with you back here, and then we can delve deeper into, see if we can require anything else. Do you think?
Yeah, well,
Are you looking for
I would
anything in
say,
particular there, Evangeline?
well, for stocking up for mission, I wouldn't mind getting some more clips. My bolt guns, my bolt pistol and bolt gun. Any additional weapons, perhaps I'll add them. Oh, what happened to the flamer from the guy,
The little
the
ring.
Inquisitor? Yeah.
Oh, I've got that. I can't physically fit it, so just
May I?
over to you.
Thank you.
Okay, I shall put
I'm
that.
marginally more terrified now.
I shall put that on your sheet.
Thank you very much. And gonna get this blessed at the Ecclesiarchy.
You're going to get the ring blessed at the Ecclesiarchy?
Yes.
Fucking blessed digi-weapon!
Happy burning.
Is there actually holy promethium ammo? Fuck if there is, that's great.
I think all Prometheum is holy.
Yeah.
Prometheum.
Yes. Well, normally what we would take in a mission would definitely have grenades, bombs, if we can get a hold of them. Plenty of clips for guns. Yes, I have my chainsword. If DCs can get a hold of one, that would be
What about the
excellent.
rations?
Yes, I was just about to come on to that. We need rations, but
And we also, like, and
the
that needs to
concern
be
is avoiding.
pre-packed rations.
I may be able to. The Ecclesiarchy may have some in stock that could be requisitioned.
Well, I'm sure we can get the rations. There's plenty of guard surplus sitting about the place. So, ex-ganger
That too.
surplus.
Oh, very good idea.
It's very
Yes.
good that we're all getting our bug-out bags as well stocked as possible.
And what about specific equipment to deal with being in the void in space?
I'm pretty sure if I get sucked into the void, then I'm dead. So I'm not going to worry about it.
Mm-hmm. So am I.
Fair.
Yes.
Oh.
Death won't come for me.
Stims.
Stims.
Is that normal Glaive's area of expertise? Excessive drug use?
Yes, well, since he's not here,
Doesn't mean somebody has to take up the mantle of excessive drug use. We can just let it,
they have their medical purposes.
Oh, I've only ever seen them used for recreation. I'm sorry.
Again, guard surplus, or maybe some of the household guard stuff, perhaps, but
I've never met
Just-
a garrison to have surplus drugs.
I'd be surprised if the guard even issued them to begin with. If you had
I
any.
never said anything about issue.
you know what? I'll see.
Ah.
To be fair, the Baron probably has the best stuff for himself anyway.
So,
He's dead, isn't he? So, might as well take it.
to summarize, Odysseus is going to get a chainsword.
Try to.
Try to.
Kind of get so finicky at the rest of the times.
We're going to try and get additional clips for whatever guns we're carrying currently.
Yep.
We're going to try and get some bombs or grenades, potentially.
Mhm.
We're going to get rations.
Yep.
And we're going to try and get stims.
Huh?
Haven't missed anything.
Sounds about right.
I think so.
And I'm going to get the ring blessed up at the Ecclesiarchy before we leave.
Okay. So, what I'm going to need is I'm going to need you. We'll go in turn. You tell me what you're looking for. I'll tell you how you can gain that, if possible, and if it requires RP or not. So,
That's fair.
who would like to go first?
If I could possibly get my chainsword out of the way.
Okay, chainsword. That
Chainsword.
is going to
Okay,
require.
value 4, rarity uncommon, so that is a total of 5 icons I need to get.
Okay. Hit me with it.
Alright.
Rock up onto the Canicus. Oh, cog boys.
That was her first mistake.
Do you want? I can't give you a wrath reroll. Never mind.
Shoot the cult with cog boys.
Yeah, I jinxed myself on that one. That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, yeah. They are.
Uh-huh.
They are
like
now
a 2
become.
hour back and forth of me trying to justify why I need a chainsword Starty's pattern in
Yeah.
a time of a plague.
Yeah, they don't have shit like that.
But they just don't have it. Or
Oh,
they're
that,
telling
at
me
least
they
they're
don't have it.
they're telling you yes.
Cheeky bastards. Fair enough. Oh, Sage up. Oh, it's probably gonna do something with Chen, I imagine.
Something like that. There's a little cat here to feed.
Ooh.
Ah, nice.
One moment.
Oh.
Fair enough. Well, I spent a few hours debating with those tech boys and come up empty-handed.
Mm-hmm. They're getting prepared for the fucking siege as well.
That's fair. That's fair. They're divulging most of their processes onto,
Mhm.
rationing the oil margaritas. Understood.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Turning empty-handed and frustrated. Go back to the anchor's yard to meet up with the rest of them and wait for them to do their thing.
Wonderful. Who's next?
You looking next guy?
Well, I was going to say probably I was going to go with Zephaniah to maybe try and raid the Baron's personal armory.
If that is the case, then that is going to require some RP and influence. Or no, that would actually be cunning, I think.
Can I wait for Zephaniah to get back?
Yes, of course.
Because this is his bag, not mine.
Mhm.
Oh yes.
Kaiser, you want to
Yes. I'd like to go looking for some guard surplus.
Some guard surplus. Okay. Now, previous guard surplus you have attempted to find on this station has been from the crate, mostly. So if you're looking for something from there, you would know where to get it from.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're looking for other guard surplus, we can see what we can do.
I'm looking for other surplus.
Okay. So are you going to attempt to make an influence test, or are you going to try to make a...
It's going to be a cunning test.
Okay. So for this, tell me, what are you looking for specifically? We're talking rations, we're talking... What?
I'm looking for armaments. I'm looking for lasgun parts or some carbis armor.
Lasguns. So you're looking for lasguns, which are common 3, so that is a total of 4. Or
lasgun parts. I'm looking
lasgun
for, like,
parts. Okay. So you're looking for replacement components, basically.
well, stuff like
Like a buck
yeah,
star.
like a better like like a red dot sight or
Oh, you're looking for upgrade components. Okay.
yeah, so like a
Or like a muzzle brake or something.
mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, so you can give me... unfortunately, the way influence works in this system requires you to have in specific mind what you're looking for.
Let's look for carbis armor. Looking for some ex stormtrooper armor.
Some ex-stormtrooper armor. Okay.
It is uncommon.
Uncommon of value 5.
Glory of the Kovac on the march.
Man, you just find Kovac is like, fucking take it. No,
So
what?
Imperium and
It's not that good.
it's Astra Militarum as well, so you get an extra dice on this if you've the Astra Militarum and Imperium tags.
I've got Militarum Auxilia, which isn't used anywhere else.
That will count for
Yes,
Astra.
tags?
That will count, yes.
Okay.
Let me just have a little
Yeah.
look at your tags. What do you have? Do you have the Imperial tag? I don't think
Yeah,
you
I've got
would.
Imperium.
Oh, do you? Wonderful. What do you have? You have Scum, Chaos, Abhuman, Militarum, Auxilia, and Imperium. So this will give you an additional 2 tags here. or 2 dice. So
Can I
it depends.
try
Influence or you're going cunning, right?
Yeah, I still have the 2 dice, don't I?
Yes, you do. As far as I'm aware.
Since yeah, it's cunning. Hey, Joe. Not bad.
That'll fucking do it. Jesus Christ, bud.
6 successes.
Right on the money.
That's what he needed.
That's
Fuck.
actually what you needed. Now remember, cunning gets you the opportunity to talk to an individual who has this resource. So for this,
Let this be some grizzled ex-guard motherfucker. Please.
yeah, I'm gonna say we've got a grizzled ex-guard going here. He's been here forever. You're aware of this man. You don't know his name. You just know that he has lived on this station for a lot longer than you have. He has never done the jobs that you have done. He has never bounty hunted. He has never done protection. He has never worked as a mercenary. All he has done, for as long as you can remember, is sit in alleyways and corridors and turbo tubes with his helmet in his hands, begging for scrip for his next meal. Then every once in a while, someone tries to take the scrip that he has earned that day, and he raises his fucking gun and murders them. The enforcers leave him alone because he only kills people that are attempting to steal from a homeless man, so they're not worth anything anyway. And he's not worth dealing with. But you're attempting to take his armor. How do you approach this man?
You're still looking for script, friend?
The lank hair trickles down over his face. Yeah.
Would you like script? Or would you like a way off the station? Before the arbitrator is coming.
What's your plan, son?
I have no plan, I don't need one. There's a cargo vessel leaving here soon. It shouldn't be supposed to, but it is. It's going somewhere far away. I can get you on it.
I'm going to need a persuasion, please.
Yeah. Can I for that?
I'm going to say yes. You're interacting with parties to obtain goods, services, and information outside of traditional channels.
Ah, Wrath putting that.
He begins to lift his gun.
Fine. Where is it?
And the second before he squeezes the trigger, time reverses.
All
3
right.
successes.
So that's 3 successes. I think you're gonna need to give me something else for that as well. I think that's good enough. You've got him interested. Because
I could also give you a little script to keep you going once you reach your destiny.
is it getting out of this hellhole of a subsector?
But for that, you who stay in the subsector would need something in return. And you don't look like you use that armor very much anymore.
He nods a little bit more. Felt lot of good it did me anyway. You know, the deserts they put us on. The heat. All it did was just make the armor stick to you.
I've seen armor fused.
Too many. Too many.
Radiation planets they sent us to.
Too many men died on that planet, boiling in their own armor.
Arrakis.
And I know for a fact those goddamn Administratum have a bunch of Talarn desert raiders sitting on a nice, cool planet somewhere.
You want the tasty Administratum? Of course.
Take your script, boy. And he just begins to slowly remove this carapace armor, unbuckling straps one by one, and you can hear this wet sucking noise as he begins to peel it away from the underfabric, which is completely stained with just awful, just disgusting filth from many, many years of wearing it, after years of it burning into him, and then years of sitting in awful radiation-infested waters. It's now coming off. And this man sits dirty in front of you, filthy, disgusting. But as he stands up...
Well, as he's like taking the last of his armor off, as he's all tied up, I draw my las pistol, and I just shoot him in the head.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. I'm gonna need a attack first of all. Now we're getting somewhere. This is what I've been asking for. This is what a Warhammer game is. Now, this is a surprise attack, which gives you 2 bonus dice to the attack test and 2 extra damage dice.
So let's see. What's that attack there? Attack roll. Okay, 2 to that and 2 to the damage, right? Okay, so the attack. That is 5 successes.
5 successes. Okay. So that is going to hit him.
And the complication.
5 successes and a complication. Okay. So this is the last pistol that you got from the container, yeah?
Yep.
So, okay. What we're going to say for this is that you know how difficult it is to put down a trained guard. So what I'm going to say is that you've essentially flipped it to fucking overkill, and you're expending your clip in order to fucking shit this guy full.
Will do.
So
Sounds
we're
good.
going to say that that's overloaded.
Okay.
Or sorry, you need
charge
to
pack's
reload that.
overloaded.
Yeah, the charge pack's overloaded, so you're going to need to reload this gun. But that does hit. Would you like to expend that 6 for extra damage?
Yeah.
Shift it for
Yes, I
damage.
would.
Yes.
Yes, I would.
Wonderful.
That's an extra damage dice, isn't it?
That's an extra damage dice, so that's a total of 3 extra damage dice.
Okay, there we go.
You waited till you had no armor.
That's 4 damage. 4 extra damage. That's 11 damage.
It's 11 damage. Okay.
Barber.
Yeah, he does have no armor. So let me just check what his toughness is. His base toughness. As he's like bending down to get up, you just point it to the very top of his head. The loud crack of your las pistol echoes through the corridor, and he just falls face first with his ass in the air.
I'd like to reload it and fucking deserter.
Oh!
I pick up the bits of armor I need, like can complete my own. Because I imagine like Stormtrooper armor is just it's carapace armor, but it's got all the extra bits.
Yeah, it's carapace armor, but it's plugging up the portions. Yeah, and it's thick. There are certain portions like the breastplate and the like, which are thicker. There are portions which allow it. I believe carapace armor. Let me just double check this.
It is bulky.
It is bulky, yes.
It has one bulk.
And it has one bulk.
Ni-
And let me just double check something.
And Nathan, here's a question. Do you... Oh, no. Can carapace armor have built-in tech?
Built-in tech rules
Oh,
are for.
no, it's Tempest. You're
Yes,
right, Paul. It's
Tempestus
Tempestus carapace. That's...
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is not Tempestus Carapace.
No.
That would have been fucking cool, though, if you got, like, fucking Prey Sense goggles or some shit.
No. This is more like. Where is it?
Ooh. Like something like that, maybe?
Is this the image I'm thinking of? Almost.
This is.
Oh.
I'm thinking of something similar, akin to this, but with more leg protection.
What do you think, Paul? What are you going for?
Where is it? It's the ace one. Yeah, pretty close to that actually. That's a small image, but
Oh, look.
something like that.
Ah, yeah.
An image for ants.
Yep.
I
Fair.
found a bigger one. But yeah, something more like that.
100%.
It's definitely still guard armor, but it's just
It's just a little better.
There's
Wonderful.
just more of it basically.
Fair.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't put it on immediately. I store it all away in a bag. I'll fucking wash this later. Fuck's sake. Dick.
Oh, I actually found an even better image.
Alright.
What weapon did he have, Nathan? Actually,
Because he did say that he always pulled out a gun and
Yes,
shot
it is
people.
a las pistol.
I just take his ammo packs.
If you want, you can give me some rules to see about who he was or anything like that. If you don't care, that's also totally fine. I don't give two fucks.
No, he was a deserter. That's all I need to know.
He can go fuck himself.
Yep.
Totally fine.
The guard of a strange sense of humor. And loyalty. But it's
Yes.
humor and loyalty, nonetheless.
Indisputable.
All right. So, that is your shit sorted. We are now going to a heist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So, we're going with a heist with Zephaniah and Sister Evangeline.
Oh yes. So, you coming with me to visit the Baron's place?
Yes.
Very good. In that case, step this way. I know a lovely little clerk by the name of... What was his name again?
Oh, fucking... He didn't matter.
Sprimblow is going to be showing
Yeah.
us the way.
Yeah, Sprimblow will help you. Fucking Sprimblow.
We're going to call him Sprimblow. It doesn't
Sprimblow.
matter.
Yeah, it's fine. If you can head back up to the guards' quarters, and you can find Sprimblow. He's on shift. And he just goes, hello again, sir.
Yes, hello there, you there, yes. Look, just take him to one side, arm around him. Look, of course, this is Sister Evangeline over here. She's also helping with the aid and also the suppression of dissidents around here, but she would definitely tell you as much as I would, being a friend of the house and all that. We're gonna have to root a few of these delinquents who are trying to take the Imperial hospitality at face value. I mean, can you imagine taking all that stuff for granted? No, not on the Baron's watch. Not on the Baron's watch. But listen, I hear that some household guards are going to be heading over to the Knacker's yard. Was it Knackers Yard? That's the dockyard? Yeah, Knackers Yard.
No, the dockyard is the Lady Catherine Wheel dockyard. The Catherine
Catherine
Wheel.
Wheel.
Yeah.
So we'll think of the Knackers Yard or for Catherine Wheel to have the guns dropped off there, Paul.
The Catherine Wheel.
Catherine Wheel. Yeah, we've got look a few are converging in the docks at the Catherine Wheel. If we can get some, if we can get a few boxes, things like ideally combat shotguns, some stims, extra bolter rounds, etc. Some of the sisters are also be joining there on a contingent. Evangeline is here as a representative from their point. It is complete discord down there. For the sake of Galahad, I'm asking you not just as a peer, but a peer of the Baron, but also as a friend. We need to get some of these rioters in check, and we need to get medicine to the people who require it. A show of strength on the part of the Imperial House. I'm sure you'll understand.
Can you give me a deception, please?
Righto.
Because you're lying to him.
Fuck's sake, Joe.
666. Fuck me.
What is with you and your rolls, man?
Perfect.
Well, you know, just
I have a question for you. Would you like to spend a fucking wrath to re-roll your failures?
sure. Look, I'm using for anything else. How many failures were there? Let's see. 3.
4.
4. Sorry. Yeah, of course. Oakley dokley.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Is that enough?
So the household guard meeting at Catherine Wheel. Okay, I can yeah, I could see what I could do, sir. It's no problem.
Very good. Again, ideally bolter rounds, a few combat shotguns with extra shells in them and cartridges. I may be asking quite a bit, but I knew the Baron back in his old big game days. You wouldn't have any dum-dums, would you? There's a gauche amongst the servants call them.
Dum
If not, the shotguns themselves will do, but even still, there's plenty of ammunition, and of course plenty of stims. We'd say 1 per head of household guards, plus a few more contingency. I know these are trying times, my friend, but could we perhaps get 8 doses worth of stim?
Okay, so let me just write all this down. So,
Yeah, holy fuck.
so we got combat shotguns.
I only need 1, but that's to be believable, right?
Doses of you're like Batman when he ordered 8,000 of the fucking bat helmet. Doses of stim 12. Dum rounds. Anything else?
Do you guys want anything else?
Oh, bolter rounds.
Nah,
bolter rounds, yeah.
I'm good, bud. I don't know anything else.
And
for
what was
Oh.
what was
Don't
the
forget, frag grenades as well.
frag grenades? What was the reason for asking for these again?
I'm glad you asked. You see, we are having to deal with quite a few dissidents and recidivists down there, amongst the infected, and of course, have the good sister's doing as good as she can. Of course, for the rest of it, I'm not gonna criticize the holy sororitas, but quite a few of these pox-ridden ingrates. Sorry to use such harsh language, but that's what they are. They're starting to get a bit violent, and they're starting to question both the Baron and the household, and some, I hear, even the Emperor himself. The stim needs to go to the worthy, and of course some of the staff. But these rounds and these armaments are to supply a counter-offensive from the dockyard as a pincer move, as they call it.
This is going to take some time to collect the most of the.
How much time is some time?
I'm not sure that I'm not.
It is a matter of urgency. The population is on the uprising and we're struggling to control maintain control. So anything you can do to get us these supplies as soon as possible will greatly aid this city.
And if it does arrive on time, I could always put in a very, very good word to my friends in high places.
He nods. He goes, it may take several hours, maybe a day.
Several
Six to
hours
several
or a
hours.
day.
Such weapons as these, they're mostly issued to enforcers. If that, it will take time to track them. Some of them down. Many of them are on campaign right now, dealing with the.
It's made us for transit we need. Again, we have members, of course, of the Sororitas, and indeed some of the reinforcers still there. If this operation requires them, I'm gonna have to ask you for your brisk in your application, and indeed, of course, fulfilling your duty.
He nods. Yes. I will do what I can, sir.
Very good. You have my Vox. Let me know the nanosecond they're in position.
He nods.
Stupendous.
Emperor's blessings upon you.
Praise be to the God Emperor.
Praise be to the God Emperor.
Okay.
With his many arms.
Sorry,
Sorry, what?
You turn away, and he starts flaunting off to prepare for this recidivist movement that's on the station. And
All for a shotgun, a few grenades, some rounds. I mean, it's an easier way to restock, I suppose. Scare someone into giving them to you.
okay, I think now that we have Evangeline, did you want anything else? No, you were
I
looking
wanted
to get
to go
your
to...
you were looking to get your ring sanctified.
Yes.
So, sanctification. Now, I don't think there is a thing for that in the base game.
Doesn't specifically do anything, I believe, but it does bestow the light of the Emperor.
Of course it does. Let me just double check here. No, it does not. You can take it to the ecclesiarchy, to the priest, which you have in St. Vardis. That St. Vardis, by the way, now even more thronged with people. The stench is palpable in the air in here now. Noxious even. There are menials that are filing back and forward, carrying the dead carrying the dead, tossing them outside into large piles, which are then either carted away or just simply set on fire where they are. But the rain quickly extinguishes these efforts. The priest wanders to you. Sister, you've returned. How go the field hospitals?
Excellent. You're...
The Emperor's mercy for these poor devils.
Indeed, we managed to get 3 established this morning alone. With a further 2 to be should have been erected by now.
That is very good news indeed. How can I help you?
I've come into something of possession of something, and I wish for the Emperor's blessing to be placed upon it.
Of course. I
I hold out the ring.
Is that just holds it and ponders of it? Such icon of pageantry is unbecoming of you, sister.
It is not for self-adornment. I can assure you that ring, it produces a flame that can torch an enemy. I wish to use it to be able to quickly purge heretics and heretical items in the name of the Emperor himself.
A most unusual weapon for one of the holy name. Subterfuge is not what I would describe as becoming of one of us, but I can attempt to if you would like to pray with me.
I do not see it as subterfuge other than transportable.
If you say so. And he returns to the altar, places it upon its large stone slab, and walks to the other side and goes, "Please," and he holds out his hands to you.
And I take them.
We hold these truths as the only truth which is known within the Imperium. The Emperor is God, and God is the Emperor. Holy fire is his cry. Strength of arm, his beacon. This tool shall be used as a means to an end, to enact his purifying will upon disbelievers, xenos, and recidivists. Do you say so, sister?
I do.
And he nods, and he reaches within his robes and withdraws a large hammer, which he has previously used to dispatch several xenos which have been brought to him by yourself, holds it above his head, and strikes down upon the ring as hard as he physically can. A loud doom echoes throughout the room, and when the hammer recedes, the ring is still perfect. But you can see that there's a small little rune emblazoned upon the surface. If you would like to roll me a knowledge check, you may be able to determine what it is.
Scholar?
Yes, scholar.
One success.
All you can determine it is very old High Gothic. So this is a quite old canticle from an ecclesiarch. The fact that he's placed it in such a crude and rudimentary fashion means this is unusual. I can give you that. But what it actually means, not sure. And for the end of the session, I'm going to leave you with that. What was it? What did you name that guy again, Joe? Springle?
Sure, Splimbo or something like that. Splimbo.
Assistant Splimbo is on Vox communication with a great many individuals trying to arrange for your equipment to be produced. He has to make do quickly because he has to make aware of the... After all, there's recidivists on the station now. Thank God the arbitrators are on their way. And I think we'll leave it there for the evening.
Yeah, sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Fucking Zeph.
You sprung up there like fucking Zeph.
Do you move the camera up and down? Is that why you like vanish sometimes?
No, I moved me up and down.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes more sense, I suppose.
Basically, yeah.
Also, Nathan, I
Yes,
found this in Forsaken Systems Player Guide. If you want to apply that to the digital weapon.
Wonderful. I think that's actually very good. Yes, I think I may in fact use that.
Plus like 2, maybe.
Blessed one. This guy's just a fucking
That's
jobber.
fair.
This
With a
guy's.
hammer.
He did it with a fucking hammer.
Extra damage against psychers and demons.
Yeah.
Fucking ground.
Excellent.
That is
Thank you.
perfect.
Been
Yes,
glorious.
I apologise for a shorter session today, but hopefully
Oh no. No.
next
That's
time
okay.
we're going to have a longer one.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Do you want to
So-
wait?
No
Yeah.
game next week, but
No
the week
game next
after.
week?
Oh, well, it's just Paul mentioned you were going to be moving to a fortnightly.
If Nathan wants to do next week,
Okay, if you could do
Okay,
next
so
This
week.
gives-
actually,
You know
right,
what? This
what
gives
I
us
was-
more time to actually read the rules of Shadowrun because I haven't fucking
yeah.
read it since
So
we talked about it last.
what I'm thinking of doing is I'm thinking of after this section of the game is complete. So we're
Okay.
talking of out of Galahad Station into the Fractus subsector, move to a fortnightly thing, which will allow another game to blossom as well. So I mean,
Awesome.
there are too many games in the graveyard, too few games that are not being run by me.
listen to this fucking corporal talk. He could be talking to a fucking PowerPoint right now.
Man, I really could be, couldn't I? It's really gotten in there deep, hasn't it? Shit, man.
Also, whose game were we supposed to be playing on Saturday if we were playing? Was it going to be Sean's game?
I mean, I can play.
I'm trying to think.
Are we not playing?
Well, yeah, because I think at the moment people are under the impression we're not because you guys said you were going to be at the barbecue and
Oh,
Alex
right,
isn't
yeah.
there.
Boy.